So here's the thing. Lawless team game made from terrorizing my rights. I've lived in Davis since I was 9 years old. I've never had a felony. I've never had a 5150, and I've never been jailed. I am a victim of crime survivor on disability PTSD for being a survivor of rape, incest rape, NFL abuse, domestic violence from my ex, retired Raider Lester Hayes. I dated him for 2 years. He is friends of rapist Ron Herrera, felon child rapist Ron Herrera on Davis, California, Megan's Law. Ron molested me when I was a child of 11 years old, told me to take off my panties. His brother Amos pulled off my swimsuit. I grew up with their family. They're related to cops Zuniga, Figueroa, Hernandez, Garcia, and HUD manager related to convicted murderers Enrique and Jesus Campos. They're related to the media, and they blacklist me. I was brutalized in July 23rd, 2007. These cops' families, Ponce, Garcia, Padilla, Campbell, Miller, Blades, are friends of Judge Walk, and they are allowed to commit subsidy fraud, and they are my enemies for many years. They commit an assortment of crimes and spread lies about me, along with their friend. I survived police brutality for risking my life for my black ex-boyfriend, 50-year-old felon of 2012, Brenton James. And that was in July 2007, 2007. They cover him. He has stayed at my mom's subsidy apartments illegally, stayed with these cops' families that I risked my life for him for, that were my old neighbors at Pinecrest Apartments, that got me brutalized and illegally evicted when I had quashed the eviction from an attorney, Hal Wright, that used to be AGT Butterscotch's attorney. Butterscotch was allowed to be on the Super Bowl commercial like a year or two ago, and then black poet speaker Amanda Gorman, who has cop family and is a part of Balenciaga pedogate scandal, and was allowed to recite on the Super Bowl because I'm a poet, I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter, I model, I make symphonies, I do all kinds of things. I rap, I do DJing, I do a cappella DJing, I do art. My art was said to be accepted in the African American Smithsonian. I have that documented and posted, my civil rights art, years ago. In any case, Lawless team game made for terrorizing me because of Lester. He's friends with the rapist Ron Herrera's family, related to these cops that are covered from the DA. They're covered from, the whole county. Currently, their friend, racist DACA government employee that used to call me nigger lover and referenced me as a white, blonde, 350-pound hippo, with a drawing from a Dr. Tara Hembrook, nutritionist at UC Davis, this government employee's white stooge. She has a cop boyfriend, the government employee. She's DACA. She moved to my mom's subsidy apartments, doesn't qualify, and blacklists me. She's harassed me for years. My mom has lived at her apartments for 35 years because of poverty. And that's what subsidies are for, people that have poverty. I have disability PTSD, and they've blacklisted me for nearly 20 years from apartments. She then put a unconstitutional 5-year civil non-criminal restraining order, 2020 CV 1043, and a domestic violence cleats on a non-violent, non-criminal restraining order, where she alleges that I slandered her name and uses a 2017 Davis police report where she lies and says that I slandered her name, saying that she was a pedo, that breastfed her daughter way past bottle stage, and has a DUI. She forgot to reference her disorderly because they're under two different names, her current name and then her maiden name, and then her drug felon family, Steve and Eric Durgan Sr., her relatives, her drug felons in their 40s and 30s, Vanessa and Austin Markle. It may only be Vanessa that's on the felony. They're in their 30s and 40s, and their mother, Norma, which this government employee told me not to tell many years ago when I knew her, told me not to tell on my neighbors that were the relatives of these cops' families related to convicted murders, Enrique and Jesus Campos, that were trafficking with her family and her cocaine sister, Norma, who was raped from her father, Vicente Fernandez Sr., and her drug brother, Vince Fernandez. She labels her son as Vincent, and that's not his name in the order. That's not his name. So that she can cover her brother, who has a different last name, Fernandez. And then Norma's aviation husband, Eric, that this government employee referenced to me many years ago as a pedo, ironically. So I reported this government employee to Sarah Optimus many years ago and told them that she had spanked her sons with belts, breastfed her daughter way past bottle stage. She had been harassing me for years in my community, going to my bank. They've shut down my bank because of her hate crimes. She went to my golf course, local golf course, where they've made harassments. All the salons everywhere that I used to go to in my community and those that I haven't gone to, they've spread all kinds of lies about me everywhere downtown. They have a site called My Davis Community where they do all kinds of businesses and they promote all myriad of bastards in my community that do codes making hate crimes against me. They've covered my rapists that are not on the restraining order, my incest child fingers rapist, older sister Gina Pickett Prince, that I reported many years ago to Megan's Law, and my black rapist of 2005, Pierre Warner. All of that's documented and put in the courts of many years. They don't have restraining orders. My relatives do not have restraining orders. Elaine, Gina, Nicole, Isabel, the Guadigans, Gina's 17-year-old high school graduate, bipolar daughter, Bella, whose drug pedo Guadigan family are friends of cops and spread lies about me. They're in and out of the system all the time. And Gina's almost 36-year-old LGBTQ firefighter daughter, Nicole Herrera, who they refer to as Bad Bunny and Cole and all sorts of comments in the community of socialism and the lawless team game. And in case, so Nicole's LGBTQ tickling nanny aunt is Elaine, divorced from trans Liz Eddie Durock that used to work at Speedy. They've referred to me as Liz Eddie on Instagram, calling me Tanya Eddie, and all sorts of references trying to divert that attention. So anything that I say about them, they say about me. I do not support LGBTQ. Elaine, Gina, and Nicole's racist Mexican family molested Nicole. Elaine and Gina tickled, fondled, kissed, touched, and bathed naked with Nicole until she was 12 years old. She doesn't have an issue with them. Why? Because they're all LGBTQ. Isabel's life is only LGBTQ people. She's a recluse. She's a high school graduate, so she's not in the system and is, independent to her own self. But yet, they do all sorts of terrible things to cover them and spread lies about me. And then they gaslight all of my lawsuits because I don't support LGBTQ. And Nicole's friends that are gay pedos, Sarah and Stella Clark, that are related to this city. Stella raped and violently abused her sister, Sinette. We grew up with their family, along with the Coker Herreras. Jennifer Herrera, that raped a teen boy, Marvin, in 2012, related to former MLB A's rapper MC Hammer. And they deny all of my lawsuits as delusional. 213 CV 2653 and 215 CV 01113 and 213 CV 2653 against the United States, against cops, against my county, against MLB, against the Giants, against the NFL, against the Raiders, against the Super Bowl, against SNL skits, all of it. They tap my phone, they harass me, they violate me, they allow their Campbell Miller Blades families to sex and house cops and my black ex-boyfriend, Brenton James, and harass me in my community nearly 20 years. And he wants reparations while the world has used me and enslaved me for their lawless team game that went global. There's people in India that are calling themselves my name and globally using me for their game. Because I am a lawful whistleblower against voodoo cults, blood cult societies. They've killed 30 members of my family and friends collectively from their blood cults. My cousin Natasha Morley Taylor, her sister and mother were massacred from their sacrificing blood cults. She is the ex of LGBTQ black celebrity hairstylist Dr. Boogie Langerston. And his godfather is music mogul Russell Simmons. My grandfather's genealogy is filled with celebrities, including Halle Berry, Obama, the Bushes, Aretha Franklin, Lucille Ball, and the Arnazes, their offspring, and Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt, Obama, and the Bushes are on one branch. Halle Berry and Aretha Franklin are on another branch, and Lucille Ball is on another branch, and of course her Arnaz offspring that are friends of Gloria Estefan. I'm blacklisted. I'm violated. I'm used. I am from a multiracial family. I have a bunch of Mexican-Cuban relatives on my father's side. My siblings and their offspring, we share the same father. Yeah, my father recently died. Isn't that ironic, don't you think? So, they mock their blood cults. Rappers, celebrities, SNL skits have referred to my payee, Dave Egoff, as being a Mason, killing my family in the community. They've made numerous skits about me, making all kinds of codes, harassing me. They've also made skits about Gina, calling her a lesbian, and saying that a cop would kill my family to be with Gina, and because Gina's bisexual. And they have covered this DACA government employee that they referenced in their raunchiest skits, and she denies all those allegations. They have promoted a game that connects to celebrities, that promote BLM, promoting mafia cops' families to team fame. They refer to me as the room and the oracle that they use as their excuse for the UN and NATO and everybody else to violate and use me, and nobody will defend my rights. I was not at the hearing for the restraining order of 5 years with a domestic violence cleats for me defending my rights of being harassed and terrorized. I'm being paid from one government for being a victim of crime survivor of rape, incest, rape, domestic violence from Lester Hayes and Davis police brutality of 2007 in hate crimes. I'm being paid from disability for PTSD for those reasons.